Hello there. Let's have a little chat about something called perceived value, because it is a really fascinating way of how things are given to us and presented to us that make us feel like we're getting the best bang for our buck. There's a lot of different tools out there that are used to create perceived value. For the most obvious, sort of clear example, you could probably look at your fast food restaurants and have a look at what they offer in terms of drinks, as an example. You'll usually have three choices for drinks with the cups that you can fill, and one's like really tiny and doesn't seem worth what you're paying for it, and one's usually much larger but not really worth what you're paying for it. And then you have a middle option, which is kind of the sweet ground, the area in the middle that's the best of both worlds. And that's really deliberate to try and upsell certain products. When it comes to marketing, it's something that we see all the time, but we also see it in other areas. If we have a look at something like our political parties as an example, if you take what we've got in Parliament at the moment as a sort of example that we can use, you've got something like ACT or National or maybe New Zealand First in terms of the political spectrum on the right. Or on the left, it might be something like the Greens and Labour. The value propositions that they put out there to find the best perception comes down to a couple of different factors, like who it is that they're talking to. If you're talking to your mainstream middle income voter, then somebody like Labour is going to do something that's maybe not as far out and extreme as what the Greens are proposing. Or if, on the other side, what ACT is proposing, the National Party does something a little bit more centrist, and that creates a perceived value in voting for them because it works within the system without going way out there. One of the organizations that's really tried to make a play on this, though, is Voices for Freedom. And it's absolutely fascinating because they built up this big, huge hype around this big announcement they're going to make because they've already completely shaken the media industry with streaming music and voices online. Doesn't really sound that earth shattering to me. I mean, I'm doing it right now. But they decided that they're going to launch a paid option where essentially you had a couple of different tiers where you could pay money and you get a whole bunch of bonus features like warm, fuzzy feelings. I mean, that's their choice. Now, for most people, they will sit there and say that there is no value in this. They do not perceive any value in this option. And I completely get that because it's stupid. But at the same time, the people who already see reality check radio as an alternate version of what they want to hear and are really excited about it, they see the value in this. And this is the big thing to take away about perceived value. It's incredibly subjective. These people here think that the idea of paying extra for something that they're already getting for free to an organization that refuses to release its accounting details and tell you where its funding comes from is absolutely fine. Most people will not see a value in that. Perceived value is very much a trick of the mind. It's designed to make you sit there thinking you're getting a good deal or getting the results that you think are going to be best for you or for everyone around you. But it's a really tricky one to try and pull the wheat from the chaff and be able to decode. But keep an eye out for it. You'll see that happening in terms of policies being announced, in terms of offers being given to you from people who are trying to make a sale, or from radio stations that are trying to grift people into giving them their money.